This is David with High Performance Stoicism. I want to talk to you about the following topic. Stoicism gives you only one goal. Now, the Stoics will say it's not Stoicism that gives you this goal. They say nature gives us this goal. Now, the important thing to know about this goal is it's based on human nature. It's based on the improvement of human nature, but really it's all about the perfection of human nature. And what is that perfection? They call it virtue. And a person who is virtuous is courageous, prudent, just, and temperate. And that's an incredible state to be in because the powers you have as a person are a wonder to behold. And according to the Stoics, yes, there are people in the world, and you might know some, you might be one of them, that have guts. They're pretty self-controlled. But what the Stoics are talking about is something beyond what most of us have ever witnessed. And it's someone who's even gone beyond the level of excellence that Socrates reached. Now, one interesting thing to note about the goal that they give us is that they give it different names. And there's a couple ways of understanding why they give it different names, different descriptions. And that is because, in my view, they're trying to get it right. They're trying to make sure we get different aspects of what this goal is. And so all of these descriptions of the goal are actually equivalent according to the Stoics. So the most common way to describe the goal is living in accord with nature. So a person who is virtuous is living in accord with nature. They also say it's living in accord with virtue. They also say it's harmonizing with nature. And in the description from the Stoic Antipater, which I think best captures what you want to think about if you want to be a high performance person, and that is, here's what Antipater says: the goal of life is doing everything in your power, constantly and unswervingly, to attain the preferred natural things. End quote. Now, what does he mean by the preferred natural things? We're talking about wealth, health, good social standing, the things that people normally want. But note what we're saying the goal is. The goal is doing. The goal is action. The goal is being at your peak performance in trying to attain these things. It's not attaining the things. And so those are some important things to know about the different descriptions of the goal. But one thing that Stoicism does is it simplifies what you have to think about in the quest to become the best person you can be. And just giving us one goal in life does that. Having this goal of becoming virtuous, another way of describing it, it can help us for the goals that we're trying to reach. So let's say that you want to beat your sales goal for this year. Let's say that you want to make $1 million this year. Let's say that you want your business to be up, running, and profitable within this year. Or your goal can be a fitness goal. You want to do your first marathon. It doesn't matter. Think of your main goal in life, that is becoming virtuous, as your main goal, and then put whatever your year goal, put that underneath it, and underneath it in importance. Now, the first thing this is going to do is it's going to give you more balance for your life, because you do have to do a lot to run that first marathon or make that business profitable. But when your life goal is, I am trying to be a virtuous person, you have to watch over yourself. You have to watch your self-control. You have to make sure you're acting wisely, prudent. You have to be good to other people. You have to be just, and you do have to be courageous. So you can see already a second aspect of using this life goal that's going to help you to achieve your yearly goal. And so there's a nice relationship they have to one another. But another nice thing about having this Stoic life goal of becoming virtuous is, since everything else is of secondary importance, if you don't quite make your business profitable this year, you're not going to sweat it, because how are you checking off on becoming a more virtuous person? You're acting more courageously. You're being more self-controlled. And so that can make this year a winner, even if you don't reach your main goal for the year. Now, another thing that is useful about having this one lifetime goal, becoming virtuous, being virtuous, living according to virtue, is it can help you in upsetting situations. It can help you deal with the things you don't want to happen, such as getting in a car accident. Or imagine this: you're at a public pool and there's some hoodlums there, and they harass you, they make fun of you, they make fun of your appearance, maybe they steal your stuff. Guess what? You did have as a goal that day to enjoy yourself in the pool, but when you have the life goal of being virtuous, guess what? Since you responded well to the way they acted, and let's just say there was no way to catch them, you didn't become undone by it. You didn't say it is the worst thing to happen to anyone ever. You kept your calm. You became more calm by recognizing you want to be a virtuous person. Then you can win even in a losing situation. And so, lastly, another way that having this one life goal of becoming virtuous, living according to nature, the other way this can help you is, you're having a tough time now. You don't really see how you're going to achieve any goal you have for this year, or maybe you don't have any goals. Your only goal is to get back on track in life. Well, that can help you there, because many people who are having a tough time in life, they become depressed, they become dejected, they become numb. They don't know what to do. They don't find any meaning. You start simple, and you start with, well, I want to be prudent. I want to be more rational. I want to be more self-controlled. I want to be courageous. I want to be a just person. What's one thing I can do today in relation to any of those virtues that doesn't go against any of the others? So maybe I'm going to do something a little courageous. Maybe I'm going to talk to an old friend I've made a break with, and if I realize maybe I was wrong, that can take some courage to do that. And if you do that every day, if you just say, for each day, I'm going to do one thing on one of these 4 primary goals: prudence, courage, temperance, and justice, and that's all I'm going to hold myself to account for on this one day, without going against any of the others, that can really be a program to change your life around. So the Stoics give us just one goal. Tell me what you think, and we'll see you in the next video.